Hey, welcome back to the channel. Tea Times for Two, Golf Travels for Couples. Hey, I'm Scott, and today we're in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and we're going to rate Quivira Golf Course and answer the question, is Quivira worth the steep cost to play? So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. For those of you who are new to our channel, we rate each golf course and resort based on 5 categories. The first category is the course layout and its playability for all levels of players, from the high handicapper down to the low handicapper. The second category is its aesthetics, or the beauty of the golf course and the resort. Category 3 is the course condition. How well kept is the golf course, from the tee boxes to the greens to the fairways to the cart paths to generally the whole resort? How well kept is it? Category 4 is the amenities, not only that the golf course has, but if it's a stay and play type resort, what kind of amenities does the resort provide as well? Does it have things for the non-golfer as well as the golfer? And category 5 is the value, or the bang for the buck you get, which is probably the most important category for those of you like Cheryl and I and couples looking to travel. All right, so category 1, layout of the golf course and playability for all levels of players. For layout, we're going to give Quivira 5 stars. It is a beautiful golf course. In valleys, up on the cliffs. It just winds its way all around this giant mountaintop there, right on the coast on the Pacific side of Cabo San Lucas. Playability for women and all levels of players, we're going to give it 4 stars. Quivira is a Jack Nicklaus signature design, and as you can see on the scorecard behind me, it's got tees that range all the way from 4,700 yards in the front to over 7,100 yards, 7,200 yards from the back. It's rated in the Golf Digest top 100 in the world. It does have a few forced carries for the higher handicapper, some of which are over the Pacific Ocean. And the wind makes Quivira quite a challenge depending on the time of day you play. The later in the day you're going to play, or in the afternoon, you're going to get that wind as it heats up. Especially the holes on top of the hill there, the cliffside there, that can be a real challenge in the wind. They've got terrific par threes. I can't say enough about the par threes. As a whole, I don't think they rate as high as the ones at Pacific Dunes or Sheep Ranch or Harbor Town, but a couple of them are just like, holy cow, how did you put a golf hole here? There's a lot of elevation change throughout the golf course, especially your drive from 4 green down at the bottom all the way up to the top of the cliff. It's a huge elevation change. And then it's a couple of the par 5s where you're starting out on top and you end up down at the ocean. So there's a big elevation change in it, which makes it quite beautiful and give you some great vistas. I think there's a good mix of short par 4s and long par 4s, reachable par 5s, and 3-shot par 5s. The holes up top, like I said, are exposed to the wind and they can play really tough. So you want to make your hay. If you're going to play in the morning, early in the morning, you're going to get less wind. It's excellent, beautiful to watch that sun come up as you're playing there. So for layout, definitely 5 stars. For playability of players of all levels, 3, 4 stars. I'm going to give it 4 because Cheryl really loved playing. I think she'd play there every day. She absolutely loved it. So category 2, aesthetics, or the wow factor. Definitely going to give Quivira 5+ stars. It's one of the most scenic golf courses I've played worldwide, with exceptional views virtually on every golf hole that you have out there. The stunning views start the moment you enter, really when you enter the property of the resort, from on top of the mountain down there, because you're driving down, winding through the mountain down toward the Pacific Ocean there. They're just exceptional. And the clubhouse sits right on the beach. So it's beautiful. If you go in the wintertime like we do, we always go in January, February type time of year, you can literally watch the humpback whales just right off the beach if you're staying at the resort, which you have to be to play the golf course. Or even the drive on some of the holes on top of the hill, you can sit there and watch them out there in the water as they play. the cart ride from 4 up to 5, the comfort station, the short par 4 at the top is incredible.
Look for that white water out there.
You go
by
from
itself.
sea level all the way to the top of this gigantic cliff that dominates the golf course. The movie Troy was filmed right there on that beach, for the beach scenes at Troy. So you go back, you Brad Pitt fans, you go back and watch it. That's filmed right there at Quivira. Now let's do some of the holes that we thought stood out. A bunch of them do, but let's go through some of our favorites. Starting with number 1, it's short dog leg, kind of right, par 4. That's kind of a soft start to your round to get you in a good mood. If you're not in a great mood already when you drive into the property or you drive down to the clubhouse, which breakfast is included in your price there, by the way. So 1 will get you off to a really good start. Then, of course, the most photographed holes, 5. After you leave 4 green down at the bottom of the cliff and you zigzag your way up to the top of the cliff and you stop at the comfort station, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But it's a really short, extremely downhill par 4. You start off teeing up on the cliff, and you've got to be careful what you hit off the tee box, because the further you hit it, it goes sharply downhill, like 100-foot drop down to the green, back to the left. You can watch some videos where people are teeing off from the very back tees down on the bot over here on the side of the cliff, and you can straight across. I think it's like 275, 280 to carry the green, and trying to drive the green that way. But literally, I think I hit 6-iron to the top of the hill, and then you just had a little punch wedge down the hill to the green, and you can't go long. If you hit it too far, you get on that downhill slope like this, and you're trying to hit a ball severely below your feet to a green that's 100 feet down, that you can't go long because that's the Pacific Ocean. So it makes a really tough shot. So you want to lay up at the top of the hill up there. This time we played with a member there who he's a real estate guy there, retired there. And so the first 2 times I played it, I had no clue what to hit. And then if 5 wasn't enough, when you get off that green, you've taken a whole roll of film with pictures. You get to 6 tee box, was a par 3 that Jack fit on the side of the cliff. So you're teeing off over with the Pacific Ocean off to your left. And we literally saw the whales breaching right off the tee box the last time we played. It was beautiful. Then you get to number 10, which is an extremely downhill dogleg right par 5 that's reachable in 2, especially if it's downwind. Great golf hole. Similarly, hole 12, going back the opposite direction, is a dogleg. It's another dogleg right, but it's downhill toward the ocean. And so if you got 10 downwind, you're going to get 12 into the wind, or vice versa. So one of them's going to play reachable or downwind, and the other's going to play into the wind. Beautiful golf hole, which finishes up right down at the beach area. And then 13, par 3 that you're going to see on the video here, par 3 over the cliff, like what is it, 16 or 17 at Cypress Point. Anyway, beautiful par 3 over the cliff. I think Cheryl had a 5-foot birdie putt on it. I think I got video of it or a picture of it there. 14, cool hole. Kind of sticks out here because it's almost a 90-degree dogleg right par 4 that the long hitters, you can drive the green, but this dune is probably 60, 70 feet high, so you can't see the green or where it's at. If you hit down the fairway, you got to be careful not to drive it through the fairway. So you're going to hit a shot 200 yards, 210, and then you've got a, 120 or less shot into the green on a hard right turn. So it looks like a couple of holes at Cruden Bay in Scotland. It's a really cool golf hole. And then number 18 finishes back toward the beach. 17 and 18 come back down the hill from the condos where we stay there on the resort at Kopala, and work their way down toward the ocean. So it's a pretty awesome ending. Great golf course, beautiful aesthetics. Again, played it, 3 or 4 times now. Loved it every time I played it. Category 3, course conditions. Literally, it's 5 stars. Every time I played this course, it's been in an immaculate shape. As is everything in the whole resort. If you've stayed at Pueblo Bonito Pacifica, and you stayed at the condos at Kopala or one of the other condo or housing complexes there, you know from the time you drive through those gates and cross that hill how beautiful the whole resort is. Pueblo Bonito Sunset, great resort as well, right there, all on property. From the range to the tee boxes to the fairways, the greens, they were all in top shape. That paspalum grass is awesome to play from if you've never played from it. Great lies everywhere you go. You know, from the time you drive into the resort to the time you play the first tee to the 18th tee, you're playing a 5-star resort. So definitely course conditions, 5+ stars. Category 4 for amenities for the resort and the golf course is definitely 5+ stars for Cheryl and I. Again, you have to play the golf course. You have to be staying at one of the properties, either the Pueblo Bonito Pacifica, where we got engaged the first time we stayed there. Loved the resort, adults only, all inclusive. Up on the hill, you got Pueblo Bonito Sunset, which is family all inclusive. That has a few more restaurants that you can use. The Monte Cristo development, Coppola condos, where we stayed twice now. The new St. Regis, which I'm not sure it's open yet, but it's right down at the bottom of the hill toward the clubhouse. Like I said, we stayed at Pueblo Bonito Pacifica, absolutely loved it. We stayed at the Coppola condos twice, absolutely loved both of those. You can see our other videos on our channel where we rate both of these properties, and both are excellent. You have access to all the facilities at the resort and the other 2 Pueblo resorts that are on Medano Beach and right off downtown Cabo. That's literally just a 10 to 15 minute drive into town. So those of you like us that are foodies and you want to get out and experience the rest of Cabo, you can do that real quick. We go January and February because we like to watch the humpback whales when they're there. And we literally sit on the beach and watch the humpback whales all day long go by. You can sit there and watch them on the beach. We always take binoculars and you can sit out there and watch them. Or even take the whale tours every time we go. I'll put a link to the group we use in the description below. We've absolutely loved the whale watch Cabo every time we've been. And we've seen whales every time we've been out there, right up next to them. The comfort stations, I cannot tell you enough how great the comfort stations are. They're all you can eat, all you can drink, and they have different stuff depending on the time of day. They have breakfast stuff in the morning, lunch stuff in the afternoon, and it changes daily. I think breakfast or lunch, one of the 2 you get as well, but we try to play where we can just kill the comfort stations during our round. Of all the places we played worldwide, the amenities here are second to none, literally. It would depend, no matter which one of the properties you're staying at, and the golf courses are terrific. Category 5, value or bang for your buck. It's kind of a loaded question here because those of you who've gone to Cabo and played golf know how expensive it is. So it just depends on what you determine as value. I'm going to give it 2 stars because it's not cheap. Quivira is not cheap. I think it's a little over $350 each, and you have to stay at one of the properties. But you're playing a 5-star golf course and resort when you're there, so you know going in what you're paying for. And if you've played Quivira, you know you're pretty much getting excellent 5-star experience. So you're getting what you pay for. In addition, compared to some of the other courses you can play in Cabo who are close to that price, the value for me goes up a little bit. I would rate a little higher on value compared to some of the other courses for what you're getting, the views, the layout of the golf course, the condition of the golf course. It's exceptional. Is it worth the price? It was to us because I've played it multiple times now, and if I go again, we'll play it again. So Coppola condos, one of our favorite places we've stayed. Pueblo Bonito Pacifica, the resort itself, the all-inclusive resort, loved it. And if you stay at these condos, you can use all of the resorts properties that are there. So again, it's like our home away from home. So would we play it again? Absolutely. We would play Quivira again. All right, before we give our overall ratings of Quivira, let's get Cheryl's thoughts or some of her thoughts on the course. So, Quivira, first time you played it, I'd played it before when we'd been to Cabo. As we always stay right there at either Pueblo Bonito, Pacifica, or the Coppola condos. So this was your first time. So what did you think?
It was beautiful. It's a beautiful course. I mean, there's several ocean views. It's kind of right over the
Cliff.
Ah, that's the word I was looking for.
Well, the pro shops
Um,
and
mm,
it's right there on the beach. So
right there on the beach. Yeah, it's a beautiful setup. It was a little bit busier, I would say, than the other courses, but probably because it's so popular. So it could get a little slow in the
well,
afternoon.
yeah, but you have to stay on property. So everybody that's playing there either is a member that has condos there or houses there, or you're staying at one of the resorts. So you have to be staying there to play them. But it does get busy. It does take longer, but I think it's because of the comfort stations. Because everybody, you stop
That's
at
true.
the three comfort stations
Yeah,
and you eat. So it's not a 3 hour round like a 3.5 hour round like we're used to
yeah,
or we normally play. So it took longer, but
yeah,
who
and
cares when you're eating and drinking
exactly.
all you
So
want?
back to my other favorite part of every golf course in Cabo, the comfort stations. So yeah, there's three, I believe, on that course,
Three, I think. Yeah,
and one of them was really set up on top with overlooking the cliffs. I
number
guess is that
five.
correct? Yeah, number five. So you did want to take a few minutes there. You didn't want to just rush past it. We just took some pictures.
Oh, tons.
Side note, that's where the movie Troy was filmed down there on the beach. So I just, had envisioned Brad Pitt and took a picture.
Mm-hmm.
No, but the margaritas again, tacos,
They had well, actually each comfort state had a different menu. They have different menu depending on the day.
oh,
They
that's
have
right.
breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
First time I played Quivira, that particular comfort station had breakfast burritos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were excellent. Muy excelente.
Yes, definitely.
Uh,
I didn't get the breakfast one, so I'll have to
no,
go back.
we got the lunch ones definitely, but they'll make whatever drink you want. The margaritas, they'll make them as strong as you
Mm-hmm.
want, and as much as you want. Fish tacos we had is up on the back nine. We had fish tacos up there that were and ceviche, which was phenomenal. Uh, so other than that, oh, what'd you think of the holes on the cliffs there?
Ah, well, they were pretty. I wouldn't say I played them very well, but other than that, I
Actually you
hit one of
did
them. So
13. Yeah,
yeah,
you had a birdie putt there that just flipped out
always
on
helps me a little
13.
bit when I'm going
It was across the
to.
cliff too.
So
You hit it
uh,
across the ocean to get there. It was a forced carry, and you actually hit it to the back of the green.
yeah,
So
and we played on a day that was really windy, so it was a little tougher for me than the others. But that had nothing to do with the course itself. It was just happened to be that kind of day.
yeah,
But
the
it was,
time we got up on
yeah.
top, when you get up on top of the cliff, you're exposed up there. And we had probably 25 mile an hour gust that day. So it was pretty windy. It made it a little harder than the first couple times I played it. Um,
The one thing we didn't take advantage of when we played was that you did get breakfast or lunch at the clubhouse, right? Included. We had
Depends on
eaten
what time.
so much at the comfort station that we
Yeah.
didn't do it, but it is
Yeah.
included.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Which there was a lot of people there taking advantage of that. Their breakfast is supposed to be
Mhm.
really top notch, but I knew what the comfort stations had waiting. So yeah, we didn't do that. Oh, we did. Tell them what you saw when we were at the comfort station out in the Pacific right there.
Oh, the whales?
So,
Yes. You can see the whales from, well, actually, even from our balcony, which is that we stay at
hmm.
Kapala. But all along there, I mean, you can just stop and take a look, and there they are breaching. So, of course, I would do that. I would stop. I probably got distracted
Yeah, we
again.
saw them on five there, six,
Just
and then seven. When you go up on top of the hill, they were still down there swimming
Yeah.
away.
And it's incredible. I mean, you don't get to do that here in Dallas, you know. You can look over and see whales
If
while
you're
you're
seeing
playing golf.
whales here, you hit the
It's a
comfort
different kind of
stations a
whale.
little too hard.
No, no, it's but it's just cool to take it in. You do not want to stop and not rush your way through a course like this, that's for sure.
All right. So, what would your Golf Digest rates Quivira? I think this year was 87 out of the top 100 in the world. So, what did you rate it?
Oh, I'd rate it a 5.
Five.
Yeah,
For me, it
absolutely.
was overall 5 stars. The conditions were immaculate. Again, I love paspalum grass. It's you get perfect lies. It's great. You had the ocean views and desert views. Some of the holes, desert views, and a lot of elevation change. It's
Hmm.
I absolutely love. I've played it 3 times now, and I'd play it again and again and again. So loved it. Now, is it worth the cost? The question we asked: Is it worth the high price tag you have to pay? Plus, you've got to stay in one of the properties there, either Pueblo Bonito Pacifica or Sunset there on that property, or I think you can stay at the two Pueblo Bonito resorts down on Medano Beach and still play there. We found it's more cost effective for us to stay in the Copala condos. We've done
Hmm.
that twice and absolutely loved it. And you have access to all the resort amenities of all of the Pueblo Bonito resorts. Plus, you get to play the golf course. So it's a steep price tag. It was $395, I believe it was when we played each.
Yeah.
But again, if you want 5-star golf course, you want 5-star views, you want 5-star margaritas and
Yeah.
all the food you can eat, it's a great place.
I think everybody should play it once when they come to Cabo for
Yep.
sure.
Yep. Definitely one of my favorites that we played. So, and look, we'll do another video on the resorts and the condos because we absolutely love it. It's
Yeah.
like our home away from home. But if you want going to Cabo and you want to get away from all the nuttiness of downtown, staying on that Pacific side is
Hmm.
so quiet. Plus, literally, like Cheryl said, you can set if you go in the winter, especially January and February where we've been. You sit and watch the whales, all humpback whales, all day long out there. So it's gorgeous. And then you're still only 10 minutes away from downtown if you want to get into all that, which we like to do. We
Hmm.
like to go eat and all that. So
As always, remember if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe below, and we can keep providing more content to couples like us who love to travel and play golf.
and be sure and check back to the rest of our Cabo series. The next course we're going to visit is Club Campestre in San Jose del Cabo. And keep coming back. We'll have a video on Pueblo Bonito Pacifica and the Capala condos. And check out our other series as we travel around the golfing world. We'll see you next time.